It is later the same afternoon, and look at Eloise go. Perfect timing. I'm gonna throw some dough together. I think I'm gonna do Jake's order, which is a little bit of a smaller double batch of jalapeno, cheddar, and roasted garlic. So what do I even need? It's been so long since I've made this. So I'm gonna start with 200 grams of active starter. That's a little much. 224. I'm going to take some out just because I don't know if I have enough starter right now to execute all of the things that I would like to accomplish. But I do have part of the day off tomorrow after I get some dental work done. All right, 200 grams of Eloise. So glad she's back and alive. And then we're going to do 480 grams of water. I have been adding jalapeno juice to his, so I should have touched that. I did heat that up a little bit. To these to kind of get that jalapeno incorporated into the loaf, but I'm not going to add as much as I have been because it started like breaking down my dough and it was not really holding together or shaping very well. And I'm not willing to sacrifice the integrity of my loaf or make a headache for myself later. Should be enough, and I think it's probably the vinegar or something that breaks it down. I don't know. That's just my guess. Okay, 480, and we gotta use my new mixer. I have not made a loaf of bread on this yet. I'm not gonna put the lid on until, oops. I just gotta figure out how I'm supposed to actually put it in here and lock it. And then we will go in with 800 grams of bread flour. And I found a bag of bread flour in my deep freeze. I was like, please tell me I have enough flour to make these because I do not have time to get to Costco at all. Off, and 16 grams of salt. Where did I put my lid? Like literally does not make a dent in how big this bowl is. I'm gonna love making a lot of batches with this, or multiple batches in one. It's pretty warm. That's gonna move pretty darn fast, which is fine by me because I don't want to be dinking around in the kitchen. I'm gonna throw this in a bowl, cover it up, at least for an hour. I'll probably come back and add some of the jalapenos in for the stretch and folds, as well as the cheese. The garlic I wait till the very end after I roast it. I'll bring you back for the second step. I left out the most important step when it comes to me making sourdough, and that is my aliquot method. What this is just taking a sample size of this dough to monitor the fermentation progress through this clear container so I can see how it's moving along. In this case, my dough is 90 degrees, so my aliquot sample is going to be the largest size that I take, which is 43 grams. Once this hits the container, or the lid of the container, I know that it's time to shape my dough. Just takes the guesswork out of it, and I tend to second guess myself a lot. So 43 grams go in, and I smush this down, and then this is, like I said, what we'll use throughout the process while this ferments, and just use this to gauge when it's ready to shape. Okay, now we're done, and until I do stretch and folds. It's been about an hour. We're gonna go ahead and add some of the cheese and jalapenos. I don't have cheddar cheese, I have pizza blend, so that's what we're gonna put in for now, but I gotta pick up my kiddo from my mom, so I'm like, do you have any cheese I can use so I don't have to go to the store? She said, help yourself to whatever. That was way too much. Come back here. Okay, so just add that in, and I just pick this up and kind of stretch and fold over top, incorporating those inclusions into my dough as I go. Using that mixer, I don't have to really work with the dough as much to build up that gluten and strength because the mixer did it for me. This is still really warm. So I'm not gonna do too much with this, just get this incorporated so that every bite has some goodness in it. I have a lot of jalapeno juice from those shredded jalapenos as well. Keep eating my hair! And this is kind of what that jalapeno juice does. It just, my dough starts getting icky. Anyhow, it's good for now. I will add a little bit more here in about 30 minutes. I will bring you back for that part too. I got distracted, so it's more than 30 minutes later, but it'll be fine. We're gonna add a little bit more of the jalapenos and more of the cheese, and then I'm gonna go get some more cheese from my mom's. My daughter goes, yeah, I'll go with you, that way I can get some snacks. I'm like, my mom's just used to us being like, what do you got? Because she loves grocery shopping and she always has too much for her and my dad. So yeah, kind of funny that my daughter thinks that way and she's 8. Just pick this up, stretch it over. I can feel the moisture in the dough. I know it's from the extra jalapeno juice. I'm probably not gonna add any more. I'm gonna let this kind of heal itself or mend the kind of breakage in here. Do you see how that's all like gooey? I think, like I said, it's from the vinegar, but I'm gonna let this hang out. I'll probably just add the rest of the inclusions after when I start shaping this. I'll bring you back when we do.